hello all you beautiful people out there. How we doing? So it's been a while since I last sat down and just had a chat with you guys. How have you all been doing? What have you been up to? Leave us a comment down below. Just tell me what you've been up to. How have you been doing? Have you been surviving lockdown, or have you completely gone mental like me? So in B world, I've had my 25th birthday. I am now another year older. I had a lovely party spent with my housemate, and we had a few bevies, just a few. We did a sort of like download inspired party, which was absolutely awesome. We watched Download on the stream that they have on YouTube, which was amazing. It was like all the old sets from Download across the years. So we had Slipknot, Alter Bridge, Iron Maiden. It was absolutely amazing to watch a few of them, so that was really cool. We put up like festival themed decorations in the living room and we dressed up, which was really cool. I had like little flowers in my hair. We got Lola involved, Mary's dog. We've got a few photos, I'll put them in. On the less positive side, my car broke down. Poor Reggie. But he's back and fixed now, thanks to my dad, so thank you, Dad, if you're watching. Absolute legend. Anywho, moving on to the video. Don't know why I'm doing that, but hey ho. Today, as you can see in the title, wherever it is a story time, and we love story times, especially my Snapchat. Loads of people love my Snapchat story time, so I thought, why not bring it on YouTube and let you guys watch it? I'm hoping to make this as part of like a series, dating disasters, because I'm so good at dating. And yes, I do have loads. Today's dating disaster story is when I got my car stuck in the mud when meeting this guy that I'd been talking to. And yes, I am talking proper stuck in the mud. And no, it was like tiny bit. It was loads. So if you want to hear this story time, stick around. Also, if you did enjoy this video, give me a like and also click the subscribe button if you are new. Oh, I said that really weird then. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. It really does mean the world to me, and I'm trying to get my subs up, so please subscribe. Right, let's get into the story. So, I was single at the time, obviously, that's why you're dating. I was on Tinder. Just like, you know, flicking through people like, yeah, no. I'm really picky, so it's a rare occasion when I swipe right. Not being like big-headed or whatever, or just being like, I'm so picky. I swiped right and I was talking to this guy and he seemed really nice. He was like in the army. We're gonna call him Lee. Anyway, was talking to Lee, seemed really nice. Yeah, he was in the army, he lived near me, so I was just like, awesome. Like, I think it was about a 15-minute drive to where I was gonna meet him. One evening, it was near Christmas, and he was just like,
do you want to meet up? I'm going down to the pub and just wanted to see if you wanted to turn up.
Realistically, looking back on that, why the heck did I say, yes, I will go to the pub with your friends? Why did I do that? If it's a date, you meet up one-on-one and then it's like easier and stuff. But no, I was just like, yeah, why not? It'll be a laugh. So being me, I went down to my mum and dad and I was just like, look. Oh, and by the way, I'm like, how old was I at the time? 18, 19 at the time. I'm going out with a few friends. Don't do that. Don't lie about who you're meeting with, because that's stupid. Anyway, me being me, I was just like, yeah, I'm going to go out with a few friends and we're going to go to the pub. And my mum was like, yeah, that's fine, you know, we'll see you later. So got in my car and just drove to where he said to meet him. Now, this is a golf club that I was meeting him at because it was a halfway point between my house and where he was from. So I was like, yeah, that's cool. I know where that place is. We'll meet there. So I drove there, you know, feeling like really excited, gonna meet this person, have a good time, hopefully. I arrived at the golf club. He was there, like just on the junction bit. It was like at night, so nobody was like at the golf club. I wound down my window and I was just like,
oh, hi, I'm just gonna go down the drive towards the golf club and I'll turn around and I'll follow you.
And he was like, yeah, okay, cool. So I drove down the golf club driveway. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually going on forever. So I was just like, nah, I'll just go on the grass and I'll do a little turnaround. And it was only like a smidgen. So I was just like, only one wheel went on the grass, so it's fine, right? Now this is where the trouble kicks in, because it had been raining, not loads, like a little drizzle, I'm saying, just a tiny bit. And my car starts, or the wheels on my car start spinning. Oh crap. So my car wheels start spinning and it's not moving, they just keep spinning and spinning. I'm like, oh my days, like, please don't get stuck. Like, I'm only a little tiny bit on the grass, do you know what I mean? I thought, oh, the best thing to do is just roll back a little bit so I can get like more traction on the ground that I've not been spinning on, so I can, you know, get a little bit more grip. Worst thing I could have ever done. So I rolled back a little bit, and at this point we're going down a slight incline. Only slight, it's only a tiny bit. So I thought, right, now I'm on grass and not like mud where my wheels have been spinning. I thought, now it'll be fine. So I gave it a little bit of power and I'm like, come on Reggie, name of my car, come on Reggie, come on. So I tried it again, put it in first, give it a little bit of clutch control. Nope, still stuck. And I thought, oh my days. At this point, I was just like, oh my gosh, it's literally doesn't take this long to turn around down a drive. Like, what must he be thinking? So I'm like, shit, what am I gonna do? So, guess what I decided to do? Yeah, I decided to roll back again to try and get traction on the grass that I hadn't been spinning on. So by this point, I'm quite a lot on the grass. All of my car is on the frickin' grass. So I thought, right, please, I'll try again. You know, I'll try. And obviously it didn't work. And I was still stuck. At this point, he gives me a ring and it's just like, where are you to? It doesn't take this long to turn around down a driveway. And I said, yeah, I know. I thought the driveway was really long. So I decided to just do a little spin on the grass. And he was like, right, so where are you? I'm stuck in the mud. So he came and he had a look and he was like, let me have a go to try and get it out. And I was like, okay. So he got in and tried to do exactly the same thing that I was doing and it still wouldn't budge. We tried so many times and it still wouldn't budge. So he was like, okay, leave your car here. We'll go down to the pub and we'll get a few of my mates who can push the car out. And I was like, right, okay, that's fine. So I got in his car, all muddy, and it was a lovely car, lovely and clean. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. I was just like, this is literally typical me. I'm so sorry. And he was just like, no, it's fine. It's not bloody fine, is it? It's not fine if you didn't get stuck in the mud and then ruins the whole evening for you and for me. So we get to the pub and he calls his mates and was just like, look, I've had a bit of an issue. My date has got a car stuck in the mud and can you come and help push her out? So they were like, yeah, they all bundled in the car. They were really nice, actually. I really liked them. And we were just chatting and having a laugh and they were like, bit of an idiot. I was like, yeah, I know, I'm a bit of an idiot. So we get to the golf club where my car was stuck and all of the lads, they start pushing from the front doors and the back of the car. And it still was not budging. So I was just like, oh, I've seen this really good thing where you can get car mats, you know, the car inside car mats that are in the footwells, and put them under the tyres so it has more grip. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good idea, do that. So I got them out and put them under the front wheels and the back ones, and it still wouldn't go. It still would not budge at all. At this point, the people that had helped rolled the car back a little bit more to get traction, and it just wasn't working. And we were in a little bit of like an incline. It was like only a tiny bit, but there was like this little like thing that we were trapped in. Also, there was a tree like right here, and my car was like here. So if it rolled back any further, it probably would have hit the tree and I would have been screwed. So we were pushing and pushing and pushing, and it wasn't getting any better. All the mud was flicking up in my car, so it was so muddy, and everybody's shoes were like so muddy because it was just like drizzly, rainy sort of stuff, and the mud was just going to slush. So it was brilliant. They were like, look, I don't think that we can move it, and I was just like, no shit, you say. So then I was just like, oh, well, the only thing that I can think of to get me out of here is to get my dad. My dad is, how do I put this in a nice way? He gets easily frustrated with the smallest of things. So if something pees him off, yeah. I called my dad and I was like, look, Dad, my car has got stuck in the mud and can you come and help me? He wasn't happy at all. He was just like, bloody hell, how did you do that? You only went to blooming the golf club. And I was just like, yeah, I know, but I went on the grass to let somebody else pass me because it's like a single track road. So I was like, oh, I was letting somebody else pass me, and I just went on the grass, and then it ended up getting stuck. Not the actual full story, because if I said the full story, then little tiny white lie there. My dad was like, right, okay, well, we're coming to get you now. So that evening, my dad had his best friends over, who are twins, and one of them came with my dad and brought their Land Rover and a towing rope. I had to wait about half an hour, just sat in my car, and I was just like, look guys, you really need to go, because if my dad like comes here and you're here, it's not going to be the best experience for you, let's be honest. So Dad gets there with his friend and the Land Rover and the tow rope, and he was just like, came over and he was like, bloody hell, how did you do this then? Why is it so stuck? Why is it over here? Why is it so far away from the road? And I was like, well, I kept rolling back to get traction, Dad. And he was just like, oh, bloody hell. And yeah, wasn't happy at all. So he was like, right, come on. Attached it to the front of the car, and they pulled it out, no problem whatsoever. And my dad was like, right, okay, let's go. So I drove down a little bit further and turned around. And to be honest, looking back on it, I should have gone down a little bit further, because it was only a tiny bit that I had to turn around anyway, and I wouldn't have got stuck in the mud. But, you know, everything happens for a reason. Obviously wasn't meant to be with that guy, so there you go. Yeah, so I turn around and drive back up the lane, and looking at the horror sight that I had left. Oh my days, I feel so sorry for the person who had to clean it up. Seriously, because it was like a pool of mud, and it was so much, like so much, and where the tyres had been like digging into the grass, I was just like, oh my days, like I did that. I flipping did that, and I feel awful about it. So I've got to live with that for the rest of my life. I mean, it grows back, grass grows back, but it was a golf club, and it was on there like nicely cut grass, and oh my days, yeah. So definitely a funny thing to look back on. So got home, the car was absolutely like flooded in mud, like all over it was just mud everywhere. And like a couple of years ago, I found like a little bit of like dried mud in like the door thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's definitely from that. So I still found mud like 2 years after it had happened, and I never met that guy again. That was the end of Lee. So yeah, that's the story, how my car got stuck in the mud when I was going to meet a guy off Tinder. I don't know what the moral of the story is. Probably don't turn around on wet grass because you might get stuck, and just go that little bit further to turn around. Absolute idiot. So there you go, guys. There is my story time. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and yeah, give me a comment down below if you did enjoy it, and let me know what you've been up to over lockdown, if you've been doing a new hobby or learning a new language, or like, you know, like there's loads of things that you could have been doing. So let me know down below what you've been up to and how you are and everything like that, because I honestly love hearing from you. Also, if you are new here, click that little red button that says subscribe. I'm trying to get my subs up, so if you did enjoy this video and you want more of them and you want to see more and you want to be notified when I put out a new video, click that subscribe button. It'll actually mean the world to me, and I will see you next time for another one. As I said, I'm doing this as a series, so there's going to be quite a lot more of dating disasters. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Take care and peace.